Hello folks and welcome back. Today we are going to be continuing with modding with Chief. And we are going to be working on the drones. But before I do, I'm going to run over to my channel real quick while all this is playing. And we're going to have a little look-see because I think I need to adjust my mic just a little bit because it seems to be a little loud. So let's go in here and listen to what Chief is doing and all that stuff. Check the sound, check the text message. There we go. There we go. We are continuing with drones. Alright. Now I hope I spelled continuing right. Yeah, I think everything's working good now. Awesome. Good deal. Good deal. Let's go ahead and mute that. Actually. Alright, perfect. Beautiful. Alright. So we are back, guys. Welcome back. We are continuing with drones, and I had remembered asking the question on the last stream. I had put down there in the comments box. Let me swap cameras real quick. Let's see where it is. There it is. All right. I had to ask in the comments on my last stream, would it be possible if we could make the defense drones to where they produce other things such as Marines, male and female Marines and stuff like that? Okay, well, I tested that theory off camera last night. No, it is not possible. EGS does not like that. But there is other ways around that, and we're going to learn those today, which I'm going to show y'all. But hey, it was definitely a good question, So let me get a sip of this coffee. And today is Irish sweet cream coffee. Yay. Let me get a soft sip of this real quick. Good stuff. All right. So in the last stream, we had spawned into contact alpha or contact point alpha, point of contact alpha, whatever it is. Anyhow, because in that, excuse me, I'll get it straight here in a second, guys. I will get it straight here in a second. So, with that being said, we had hold on just one second. I'm trying to sort my life out also. So we started in that arena or starting field because it had enemy drones and stuff like that, so that we could test out what we learned and worked on yesterday with our drone defense things. And today we're going to learn how to make an entity block to where we can spawn our fellow Marines, soldiers, and stuff like that in there. So that's what today's stream is going to be about. So we're going to continue with that. Good stuff and whatnot have you. And let's see here. I'm still sorting my life out. All right. Now that everybody on my cell phone knows that I'm live streaming and they won't be calling me and all that stuff. Let's begin. All right, let's see. Let's think for just a second. We need what do we need? What do we need? Come on, Chief, think. What do we need? Spawner. We need a spawner. So let's control F. We are in our blocks config file. Okay. This guy right here and spawner see if I can remember how to spell it. I think we're definitely needing to go backwards, so let's click our little backwards tab. Alright, let's go up here. Whoa, hold up. Players, respawn, SV. That is that is your, I think it's your block that you put down to spawn. I'm thinking that is the player respawn SV. That's the like kind of like the clone chamber that allows you to respawn on your SV or HV. I think that's what that guy is. All right, let's see. Let's continue. Alternate player respawn. Player respawns POI. That's like if you die from like first starting out and all of a sudden you're overwhelmed and you're ended. And if there's a clone spawner or a clone chamber anywhere in the playfield or whatever, that's what that block right there does. Okay, this guy right here, that guy. Okay. All right, let's move on up. Let's see, drone spawner. That's the drone spawner. That is for the drones, for like drone bases and stuff like that. That's what this guy does right here. And you know what? We're going to mark that and come back to that later because I'm having ideas. Yeah, we'll mark that and we'll come back to this later. Yeah. Yeah, we're definitely going to come back to this later because I have ideas. So we're going to, actually what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and copy this over to our notes over here. All right, let's see, notes. Here's our notes. All right. And we're going to put this at the top of our notes, somewhere in here. Yeah, because we're going to come back to that because I'm thinking I may be onto something with that. I'm forming ideals in my head. I just don't know exactly what they are just yet. So, where's my find? Find. Spotter. All right, let's see. Yeah, we're definitely coming back to this because I got ideas. All right, let's see. Moving on up to spawner, we're looking for our player spawner. Just a regular player spawner is what we're looking for. Not the thin plate, just the regular spawner. Let's see, player spawner plate. Those are the thin plates. So that's what we're actually looking for right here. This guy right here. So we can go ahead and copy him and paste that over there, and we'll get to where we're going quicker. Maybe. All right, here we go. This is what we're looking for right here, guys. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to copy all this. Okay. We're going to go down to the end of our file down here to where we added all of our other stuffs in. Maybe if we can find it again. It's supposed to be a bunch of blue on the left side over there. Maybe it wasn't as far as we thought it was. It's definitely below the block ID numbers. That much I do know. Huh. I know we put it in here. It's somewhere down here. I know we did. I know we did. We'll find it here in just a second. Maybe. All right, you know what? Let's do this. F, and then we'll click forward, and then we'll find it under the drones. There we go. All right, now let's go ahead and paste that in right there. Go ahead and give that a little cheeky space between the two. We can go ahead and give that a space right there. All right. Now, if you remember, the naming convention down here is a little different because we don't have a block ID number. So we're going to go ahead and copy this bad boy. we're going to move that right like so. Okay, perfect. All right, we're going to name that mod for right now. Okay. Now we're going to go into our items config. We're going to Control F to find, and then we're going to find that. There's none that direction, so let's go ahead and go backwards with it. And there's none there in that direction. All right, let's just double check. Player spawner. Nope, none there. None there. All right, so let's move to our templates, and we're going to do the same thing. Control F, Control V. All right, let's go backwards. Interesting. That is interesting. Drone large player. Player bike. All right. They should be that template entity spawner 1. All right, well, let's because we might have to write something in. Drone spawner unit. Player, laser, player. Actually, you know what? We'll probably have better luck finding a spawner in here. All right, let's go backwards. Did I spell that right? Hey guys, it's raining outside. Let's move this over here so I can actually see it. All right. Entity. Player bike. All right. So, we didn't find that, so let's go to the beginning, and let's just type in spawn. Okay. Control F, spawn. Okay, let's uncheck backwards. Spawn new base. Okay, that's your base block to spawn your new base. Okay. That's the spawn your new CV thingy. Or SV, ground V, so forth, so on. Okay, spawn new prefab. I'm not sure. Spawn new base. Spawn new base. Spawn new CV. Alright. So there's no more of that in there. So let's go ahead and look through here. Let's see. This is going to tell us some stuff. Player spawner, entities, drop container. Alright, let's see. Index, start point. Alright, so that ain't telling us what we want to know. Let's go over here to our templates. Let's go all the way up to the beginning. Okay. And now let's go ahead and find the spotter. Search it down from the beginning. AI drone spawner. Okay, we've already got that done. That's our modded spawners. Entity spawner. Okay. I think that's what we're going to need right there. So we're going to go ahead and copy that just in case. Okay. Now, let's go in here and see if we can find Entity Spawner. Okay. None that direction and none that direction. Okay, not a problem. Let's go. Let's mark our thing blue. I've done this once before already. I think our entity spawner is actually what we're going to need. Okay, so we'll find out here just in a second. Okay, so now our little thingy, we're marking our little thingy right here. This guy right here in relation to that line right there. All right, so now let's go ahead and find our entity spawner. All right, 33 matches. All right, that's the player spawn. Alternate player respawn. Drone spawner. Let's move this over here out of our way. Let's move this over. All right. See, entity spawn block, entity spawner 1. Okay. Entity spawner plate. Okay. All right, this is what we're looking for, ish. Entity spawner 7, reference entity spawner 1. Okay, but then if you look, it's got where it spawns different type of things and stuff like that. Okay, and that's what we're looking for. All right. Let's see. Turret robot. All these are referencing the entity spawner 1. Okay. So this is our entity spawner 1, which if I'm not mistaken, I think we actually have that over here in our little section right here. Nope. Wait. AI drone. Alright, so we don't have that copy. Let's go ahead and let's throw it down here just in case. Alright, now that is everything's reading off of that. Okay, so now we go down here and we look, and it says that all these things are referencing off of that. But if you look right here, very important piece of information, it's saying obsolete, do not remove, obsolete, do not remove, obsolete, do not remove, so forth, so on, and stuff like that. Okay. But we're going to grab one of these. It doesn't matter which one. But we're going to grab one of them. Say this guy right here. Okay. And we're going to throw them over here in our little notepad section. Over here, our little notes. Okay. As a reference. All right. So now let's go back to this guy right here. Template deco blocks. That's the template root, but we're going to grab this. We're going to go over here to our templates. There it is right there. All right, so now we're going to copy this. Copy. We're going to go under here. We're going to throw us a note. Our modded spawner. Okay. And then end of our modded spawner. Okay. And then we're going to throw that bad boy right there. Perfect. All right, now let's go back to our blocks. All right, and then our item config. Let's look. Index name allowed in blueprints. Free. All right, let's see, that other one was our it is not in our items config. Okay, let's just double check. Let's go backwards. Oh, there's one match in there. Okay, there we go. Oh wait, we're in our shit. We need our items config. There we go. All right. Back, there's 0 matches. Forward, there's 0 matches. I think, if I remember, I had to do that. Give me just a second. Let me look, make sure. Okay, spawn class is Xerax. Spawn count 2. Yeah, okay. I think we're good to go now. Let's go down here. And then we can all right, here's our mod spawner. Okay. All right, perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually overwrite this. Okay. We're going to overwrite this little section right here. Paste. All right. And then we're just going to overwrite this little name right here. Copy. Paste. And then we're going to type in mod entity spawner. Okay. All right. Now, okay, we're going to hold off on that little section right there for just a second. Okay. All right. Now we're going to go right here, this line right here where it says allow in blueprint. We're going to make that true. Okay. All right. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go over to our E class file and we're going to grab some stuff. Okay. And the stuff that we're going to grab is going to be let's see, marine, female, this guy right here. Okay, we're going to come down here, place that in, put a comma. We're going to grab our marine male. Okay. Paste that in. Then we're going to grab the very first thing up here to where all this stuff references. We're going to grab this guy right here, template guard. We're going to see. Okay, we're going to reference her. We're going to paste them. Now, if I remember from experience, they had the whole quotation. Y'all should remember this also. So we're going to try it here. All right. Now, spawn count, we're going to make that 4. Now we need to go over to, was it our templates? Yes, and we're going to make this mod. Okay. Let's see if we can find a spawner. What did I just do? Oh, shit. Okay. Dummy. All right. Let's see here. Come on, move over here. All right. Let's. I don't think we found any type of spawner other than the base spawner things, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. And if that's the case, then that's not a problem. Spawn new prefab, spawn dummy. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to grab this. Yep, that. All right, we're going to grab that. We're going to go over to our blocks and configs. And hold on. Before we get all excited. Nope. Item config. Okay. All right, we're going to do, let's close this, get this out of the way. Here we go. Shit. Stop pushing wrong buttons, Chief. All right, we're going to throw that in there like so. Okay. All right, we're going to unlock this. Say, come on, stupid computer. We're going to make that 2 points. We're going to unlock that at level 2. Okay. All right. Now, that should allow us save. Control S, save. Hold on. Hold on, guys. I done stupid. All right. So spawn count, we need 4. I'm not sure where that number disappeared to. Apparently, I deleted it somehow. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and make that 2 points, and then level 2. Okay. Tech tree. All right. Now let's save that without crashing and tearing things up. With any luck, craft time, target, craft time. We need to grab some constructors, stuff like that. That's what we need to grab. And I'll show you here in just a second. There we go. Target. Let's see here. Small hover. Let's grab these. All right. Let's go back down here to our little dude. All right, target. All right. Paste that in there. So now that allows us to craft it in the survival constructor, the base constructor, large, and advanced constructor. Okay? All right. Let's go ahead and save that. Now let's go ahead and give this a cheeky little test drive. Okay? Now, one of two things is fixing to happen. Either it's going to work or we're going to crash it miserably. Like I said, I've done this once before, but then I've slept since then and done other things since then. So we're going to find out. Okay? And we already have a portable constructor. We already have a base constructor. Let me get a sip of this Irish cream, sweet Irish cream coffee real quick while we're waiting on that. And the way it's taking a minute to load kind of makes me wonder, is it going to crash? We're going to find out. Good coffee. And I'm thinking because it's taking so long to load, it is absolutely going to crash out on us. And I think the reason being is in that line where we added the multiple, we might not need the quotation marks and stuff like that. But we're fixing to find out. We are absolutely fixing to find out. See? All right, so let's do this. Let's take all of them out with the exception of one. Okay? That's what we're going to do. And this is what happens. You know, if you have something that ain't quite right and the game says no, you got to remember what you done. And that's why whenever we do one change, we... Come on, close. Close window. All right. Let's go back over here to this. Okay, mod entity, template. All right, right here. Let's take that off. Take that and do that. And let's do that. All right, let's try this again like that. Okay. And then if this doesn't work like this, then we'll reduce all these down to one of these two right here. Okay. And then we might have to do with different scenarios, like one spawn plate produces this specific class soldier, this spawn plate produces this class soldier. That way you have options, you know. So it says, nope, it ain't going to work, not a problem. Okay, close program. All right, so let's go ahead and take all this down to this guy right here. Okay, save. Okay. Marine. Actually, we're not going to rename nothing just yet. We're going to go ahead and, excuse me, we're going to go ahead and give it a test drive and see if it works. It should work this time. Should. If not, we're going to have to go figure out where we caused the problem at. Okay. Come on, you know you want to work. I think it's going to work. Usually when it changes to the next screen, it means it's going to work. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to get a sip of coffee while EGS is sorting his life out. Good coffee. Yep, it's going to work. Okay. So that's not a problem. Do. It's taking a little bit longer to load for some reason. Don't know why. Is there something running in the background with Steam? Steam downloads some shit. Usually when it's doing that, it takes that long. All right. So let's go over here to our constructor. We should be able to see, that's the drone. Oh, do we need to unlock it? I forget. Let's see. Was it in the MISC? Mod entity spawner, yes. So let's go ahead and unlock that. Large constructor, advanced constructor. So they're going to go do something. They're doing a fine job. All right. So now, where are you at? You're probably going to be in here somewhere. Mod entity spawner. Okay, let's go ahead and build one of those. It does not have a icon yet, which we can absolutely put an icon there. Okay, let's throw those in there. Okay, well, whatever. Actually, we don't even need them. We can just delete them out. Okay. Perfect. All right, now, we got any more junk in our inventory? Let's sort that. Let's get all that stuff out. Let's see, we don't need all that. All right, now let's grab this bad boy. All right. As soon as I figure out how to control the game. See, that's a window right there. Let's turn on some light. There we go. Found the door. All right, so let's throw these fine fellows right up here. Okay. Now. Uh-oh. There we go. So now they will spawn out, and then they will give like a guard, and there will be 4 of them that spawns out. Okay, and they'll guard your base and stuff like that. Okay, so that's how you would go about making your base have spawners and stuff like that. Okay. Let's see. What do we got over here? All right, now, and the reason I know that they act like they do, let's go ahead and turn on this. Let's go ahead and turn on God mode also. Okay. Let's go in here, and we're going to spawn in some infected Xeraxes. Okay. See? And then they start defending. I'm not sure what these two guys are doing. But he's absolutely giving them ham. So these guys are, I don't know, drunk or something. Alright. So, but anyhow, they give you a little bit of defense, and it gives you a little bit of an immersion for your gameplay and stuff like that. Okay? Now, I don't know if the Marines, I don't know if they continue to respawn, so let's just give that a cheeky test. Okay, that's Polaris. Alright, there's that one. There's that one. Hey, come back here. Okay. And you can get resources off of them too. I mean, it's kind of ludicrous. But you can get some good stuff off of them. Actually, if I'm to be honest. Alright. We're going to leave that one now. Like I said, I don't know if they respawn. But I do know, we can go over here and grab this. And if they don't respawn, I don't know how to continuously respawn through this way. But I do know that if you look at the spawner, where's it at? Oh, this one. If you look at the spawner, okay, spawn empty. If you go in and enter CM for creative mode, you can go in and you can program the spawner, Marine male, okay, and then USCH Marine female. Okay, then if you go down here and click respawn and then spawn area, I just max all these out. Okay, I do know that right there, oh, that's a dead Marine. We don't need a dead Marine. UCH female Marine. Let's see. UCH Marine. There we go. And let's throw in a UCH Marine. Male, I think male 2 is the bazooka guy. Alright, so what it's going to do is it's going to spawn those and it's going to respawn, okay? That's how you would do that, okay? And if you remember in my very, very, very first episode, I had so let's back up. We're going to go back in. We're going to hit CM again, and we switched back to survival. So now what we're going to do is we're going to reload the game. Okay, we're going to exit out of the game. Okay, and that's the only way that I know how you can adjust and reset the spawners to where they spawn unlimited like that. Okay, so if one dies, it'll respawn another one. Okay, I guess it's hard coded or whatever, and that's the only method that I have found with that. But at least you can bring the spawner block in, you can build it, and you can have it in your vessels. Now I've tried the spawner on HVs, SVs, and stuff like that, CVs. But the thing is, here's the thing: when you're NPCs spawn in, they fall through the ships and stuff like that, whatnot have you. They don't respawn until you until they die or despawn or whatever. Then they'll respawn back in. He's over there. For some reason, these are not respawning back in for whatever reason. Let's see. That's set to private. Well, yes, it is private. Okay, why aren't these spawning back in? So let's go back in here and go into CM and let's double check our spawn thing. So respawn, same as base. Player USC, player. Do we have player? Well, just same as base. Faction role. I don't even know what that even amounts to, but it should be spawning in. So let's go back to CM, survival mode. Okay, let's go ahead and take him out. Nothing personal, testing, sir. Testing purposes. Alright, so let's go ahead and shut the power to the base down. Alright, turn the power back on. Should be respawning. Huh. For whatever reason, it's not respawning, but that's, you know, that's how it responds. And maybe because we don't have some enemies, so let's debug menu and let's throw some enemies out there. Let's see, infected. Okay. Let's throw us a little group of them out there. Crouch. All right. Nope, we didn't make it. So they're not responding for whatever reason. Don't know. Maybe a glitch. Or it may be because we changed the things and all that stuff. But that is actually how Respawn, Horizon, Outpost, Contact, Alpha. No. Let's go to this little area right here. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. There they are. Run. Run. Fucking run. Oh, they are accurate. They are lethally accurate. We can change their accuracy too, by the way, guys. OMG. Where's my drones at? There ain't even no drones defending me. But anyhow, unfortunately, I do have to end today's stream a little earlier today. But that's how you would bring in a spawner plate. That's how you do. For whatever reason, Imperium's on vacation and whatnot. Have shit. I know I didn't spawn. I did spawn there. But the spawner should be respawning whatever you selected and stuff like that. For whatever reason, it didn't. It's not. Don't know why. Yeah, I respawn at this place. Okay. So let's see. What is this place? Horizon Outpost. Interesting. Let's just have a look. See. Let's just look around. Okay, we got this lady running around. She's a civilian. Oh, that's a window. Can we? Yes, we can. You know what? Let's make that private. Yay! We got our own little another base thingy, apparently. So now we own this. Interesting. O2 station. We don't need that. Let's go out here and see what he's working on. Open up. Let me out. What are you working on? What is this? Oh, this is just some deco. You ain't working on nothing. Alright, well, let's go down and... Oh, we can go up? Okay. Oh. Landing pad. Alright, well, let's go down and see what's happening downstairs. Ooh, there's the core. We own that, though, because apparently this is a public base that you can select. I did not know that. Oh, garden. Can we go out? Nope, we can't go out. Oh, yeah, we can. Let us out. Ooh, garden, refrigerator. What have we got in the refrigerator? Because I'm hungry. Really? All right, let's go to this refrigerator. Ooh, ham. Let's grab that ham. All right, let's go see what else we got in our newfound base. Okay, well, we didn't have to take the elevator down at all. We could just went down the ramp right here. All right, let's go down. See what else we got. What else we got? All right, I hear somebody screaming. Okay. So basically, that's just a tower. Oh, raptors. Better reload. They didn't appreciate that. All right, I know I got a little distracted, guys. I'm sorry, it happens. Jump pack. All right, where'd he go? Oh, there he is. See, even though we made this rifle right here like stupid, crazy shooting, it's not all that powerful, and you know it's only until you can get something better. Will it work? Yes. Is it like the end game? No. It's it's almost got like a really good correct balance. All right, let's go back in here and sit down and just do nothing with ourselves. All right, he's not doing nothing constructive. All right, so let's just go over here and sit down and just have a look. See. All right. So, but unfortunately, guys, I do have to end today's stream a little early and all that stuff. But I wanted to show you, the player, how to bring in the spawn thingy where you can build it and stuff like that. We'll sort it all out and figure out what's going on and all that stuff in the next episode, hopefully. I'll probably, later on tonight, I'll probably figure some stuff out. But I'll probably have to put the other stuff in here. That way, it will show up. Don't know. Like I said, I'll sort it out tonight, this evening, later on, after I get finished with everything else during the day. Figure out what the problem is, then I'll definitely come back and catch y'all up on it in the next stream. But guys, as much as I hate to, I do have to cut this short. As always, happy gaming, and I will absolutely see you in the next stream.